Hey guys, Hobbs here, in naxxramus, right after Saffron. So what I'm showing you is actually footage from December 28th, which was our first time downing Kel'Thuzad. I'm actually going to show in my upcoming Nax videos not just the refined polish, after we've done it a few times and figured it out. Some of the challenges we had, some of the wipes, some of the deaths, some of the unique ways that maybe we, if we had an off-balance group, how we face those challenges. So the first thing that we're looking at is the architecture going into here is unbelievable. Like the artwork that went into not only the room before, but this room. If you get a chance, after you down them, take a good look around. They really put a lot of detail into this room. Of course, you worked your way to get to here, so you should hope that it is quite nice. So at this point, you can't damage the boss. You have to actually clear the trash that he's going to send to you. A lot of the skellies are easy. You're going to have the abominations, which are a bit tougher, and of course you're going to have banshees, which you want your range to pick up. We always mark the banshees and let the range know where they are, because you don't want them to get to you. It's bad news. The other thing too is you can actually pull more if you want to get that one achievement, which we haven't done as of yet. But I will show you a little clip here of when we did pull a few extras just to test out the waters. Of course, normally when we are doing this, it is late at night and we just want to get her done. In the bottom too, if you rewind it a bit, you'll notice that I actually had to change my hotbar because I was healing on the fight before, which I will show you in an upcoming video. I had put all my defense gear back on, and because you don't need 2 tanks for Saffron, so I thought, hey, why not? I got some decent healing gear. So now that you have him down, we're gonna go after Kel'Thuzad. This is him back in Old Hillsbred, and this is him in Born Tundra after he's undead. So once you get to him, he's gonna have a few tricks up his sleeve. Fairly easy. Everybody spreads out. Even the melee, you'll see that we have to spread out. If you have 4, you kind of remember he's got a large hit range, so you can kind of move back to spread out. Because if you get one of these ice blocks on you, it's going to drain your health like that. And the healer's got to be on their toes, because if anybody gets it, it's like 3 seconds and you're dead. You'll see, actually, I'll get it here in a moment. The other thing you'll see is that red type of it's a shadow fisher. It's there on the left. You have to move out of that. So if you see it on, you move. So this is the ice block. See how fast my actual health drops? Of course, they did get me healed through that, which is great, because as an off tank in this fight, I'm going to pick up the adds. Now, if you don't have an off tank by this point, which you probably do because you ran through the rest of Nax, is you're going to actually you can actually tank these all yourself, all 3 in 10-man. And the bonus of actually tanking all 3 is that you won't get ice blocked. See, me being here, I have a chance of being ice blocked. The reason why we spread out is if someone's close to you, the ice block will spread to them, which means now the healer's got to heal through 2 of them, and if they're not focused on one of them will probably die. So it's not important that you kill these adds. You see I got ice block there, died fast, our tank picked up 1. He's probably got the other anything else aggro on cooldown, because this was before the latest patch. And he's going to, you'll see our caster runs it to him closer, so he might be able to get a few tricks up his sleeve to pull the aggro, which he has done. Keep an eye on her. She's going to move back, and we're going to get ice blocked again. And what's really good with this is when things change. Everything was really normal up until now, up until the off tank died. And, people are in kind of like heightened awareness zone, but they still healed her through. So, that's what they like to see is, when things change, people adapt quite fast. And that's where, when you get used to raiding with the same group, you can overcome certain challenges. And there we go. That was our first time we actually downed them. Got some more badges. And like I said, this is about a month ago, so it was December 28th. And the reason why I know is I checked my achievements before I made this video, just to make sure it was accurate. This was another time that we downed him, but this time everybody lived the whole way through. I will have a link to all the gear on my blog, guys. I have wowhobbs.blogspot.com. which I also have updated my frequently asked questions, which is at the bottom. Now this Death Knight and the Priest that you just saw, they've got some heroic Nax gear now. So we decided to do a little bit of care because my last video I had mentioned about the mount. We were just going for the mount. It was just before the reset for the week. You know, might as well get it done before the reset. And K-Mac had mentioned that he hadn't seen Nax because, you know, some people had started during Lich King. You know, they're rating all this higher end content but hadn't seen the other content. So I thought we'd at least go to Opera to see what spawned, and it is the Oz event, which, you know, is a lot easier now. If you remember, we used to have to, you know, mage would control one by burning, and someone would fear the other, and, you know, one tank on the other, and the other one would pass the Iron Man back and forth. So it's really nice now that, you know, just fun. And, of course, there's a money run after this, the hallway to your left, which we made about 35 gold each. Not a ton of money, but, you know, it pays for reagents and repairs. He got some bling here, too. A little bit of a souvenir that we went. That was too nice to disenchant. Speaking of bling, I've been doing mount runs myself, which was a lot different than when I power level because I sneak around the mobs versus killing everything, just getting to the last boss. You know, of course, you have to down those 3 before you get here. I downed them 25 times until finally the mount dropped. So I had been after the mount for a while, even before they made the odds better, when it was like 1 out of 1,000 chance. Now that it's 1 out of 100 chance, you're going to see more of these mounts around. And also, if you ever do who/stratholme, you're going to see a lot more 80s in stratholme now than you did before because they are, you know, the odds are better. So might as well see if you can get a shot at it. This is probably the one mount I've always wanted. It's really cool to have a paladin on an undead mount. It's just really, you know, considering paladins have all these spells and opportunities over undead, it's a nice combination. Let me know how you like this one, guys. Rate it high, rate it low. If you really like it, add it to your favorite. And subscribe so you'll see my next video. I've got some different ones coming out. Thanks again, guys. Till next time on the Hobbs Way of Pulling.